The day the past found me. It all started on a regular Tuesday, the kind that fades into the background and rarely catches your attention. I was on my lunch break, wandering through the city park near my office, letting my mind drift away from spreadsheets and emails. The air was crisp, leaves rustling underfoot, when my phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. Hey, it's been a while. Remember that summer camp back in 2009? I stopped walking. A message like that wasn't something you expected to see every day. For a moment, I thought it was a prank. The number was unfamiliar, and curiosity clashed with caution because nowadays, who knew what kind of weird scams were out there? But the words, they stirred something very deep inside me. The summer camp. Camp Redwood. It was a place I hadn't thought about in years. A place with memories both joyful and complicated. I thumbed a cautious reply. Which camp? Almost instantly, the reply came. Camp Redwood. You were the singer in the talent show. My heart jumped. I remembered. That talent show was one of my brightest memories. Standing under the dim stage lights with nothing but a guitar and a voice that felt like it might carry me somewhere far away. And the cabin where we stayed, the campfire nights, the endless conversations with friends who felt like family for those 6 unforgettable weeks. Still, the question remained, who is this? I typed slowly, who is this? And there it was, a name I hadn't heard in over a decade. Alex. Alex, aka one of the closest friends I had that summer. The person I lost contact with after we left Camp Redwood behind. My throat tightened. The floodgates opened. Alex quickly suggested we meet that evening at a cafe downtown, somewhere neither of us had set foot in before. I hesitated, then agreed. As the hours passed, anxiety and excitement tangled inside me. What had he been up to all these years? Why reach out now? And why here? The cafe was modest, half hidden between a bookstore and an art supply shop. The kind of place that felt secret and special. I spotted Alex almost immediately. Older, sure, but the same boyish grin, same earnest eyes. We launched into conversation like no time had passed, reminiscing campfire stories, the silly pranks we pulled, and the goofy dances at the talent show. I was surprised how natural it all felt. Then, as the evening deepened, Alex leaned in and said something that made me freeze. You won't believe this, he said quietly. After camp, I moved to a town not far from here. Last month, my sister started working at your company. I blinked, stunned. My sister? He nodded. Yeah, she mentioned someone with your name in her department. Said you work in the same building? The thought sent a chill down my spine. The randomness of it all was staggering. We laughed nervously, but beneath the smiles was a shared sense that this was more than coincidence. The night carried on with surprises. We uncovered mutual friends we hadn't known about. The same little bookstore where we'd both ended up buying novels, same church charity drives we volunteered for years apart. Shadow paths that somehow overlapped. Days passed, and the whispers of coincidence only grew louder. Our worlds, once far-flung, were now interconnected in ways neither of us could have imagined. I felt myself replaying every detail from that message on. Why now? Why me? And why had that simple question drawn me back to a chapter of my life I thought I had closed? One night, I dreamt of the talent show stage. The spotlight, the rhythm of the guitar, the faces in the crowd. When I woke, I checked my phone and laughed. A message from Alex. Ready for the reunion? It read. That reunion didn't just bring a nostalgic flashback. It sparked something new. A rekindling of friendship and a shared curiosity about the invisible threads weaving our lives together. Whether it was fate, coincidence, or something else, one thing was clear. Sometimes the past doesn't just stay in the past. It finds you in the most unexpected ways. And for me, that surprising message on an ordinary Tuesday redefined everything. After that first reunion, Alex and I started meeting regularly. Coffee shops, park benches, old haunts from our childhoods rediscovered. We shared stories about our lives, the dreams that came true, the chances we missed, and the unexpected turns. One evening, while flipping through an old photo album Alex had brought along, I spotted a picture of 3 of us at camp. Me, Alex, and someone else whose face I barely remembered. Who's this? I pointed to the boy on the right. Alex's face darkened for a moment. That's Sam. He was with us at camp all those years, but after camp ended, he kind of vanished from everyone's life. The name stirred something uneasy in me. I had vague memories of Sam, the quiet kid who always seemed to half step away, watching but never really joining in. I realized I'd never reached out or thought about what happened to him. Why did he leave? I asked tentatively. Alex shrugged. No one really knows. Rumors of family trouble, but it was never clear. That night, the coincidence gnawed at me in a new way. Sam had disappeared around the same time Alex and I lost touch. And though it was just a fleeting thought, I felt a strange urge to find out what became of him. The next day at work, I mentioned Sam to my sister, curious if she'd heard anything, given her proximity in the company. She paused, then said, Actually, yes. There was a Sam in the accounts department a few years back. Left abruptly with some unexplained circumstances. Some people thought he was hiding from something I nearly dropped my coffee. Could it be the same Sam? The web of strange connections was tightening. Over the weeks, Alex and I started digging into Sam's story. We reached out to old camp counselors, mutual friends, and even checked old social media handles. What we found was fragmented, but unsettling. Sam's departure from the company coincided with a whistleblower scandal involving a powerful corporation, rumors of espionage, surveillance, and cover-ups. Then came the text message. One night, as I lay in bed scrolling through my phone, an unrecognized number buzzed. Stop digging. Some things are better left buried. My heart pounded. I stared at the screen, breath shallow. Was it a prank? A warning? or something worse? I showed Alex, who looked equally shaken but determined. We need to be careful, he said. We can't back down now. The coincidence we thought was a harmless reconnect transformed into a shadowy puzzle, one where the past, present, and unknown forces collided. In this tangled web, trust was fragile, and the cost of curiosity could be higher than we ever imagined.